in the game.
Let's go Ducks.
going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. That's caught. It's Riley. It's a seam wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And, man, you see it so many times, man. These crossing routes, like, it doesn't matter if it's zone or if it's man. Like, zone, you find the hole. Man, you run away from guys. And if you put the ball on the money, just like the QB did right there, that's what happens. The yards after the catch, man. You can keep going. Guys are so spread out, and you can make big plays on this offense.
The Spartans will snap it on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Clay. Headed to the end zone. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, San Jose State.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. Stopped at the 17. He's probably second-guessing that return. The Nevada Wolfpack offense takes the field, and they'll go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw him, man. So many different ways he can hurt you, and he can be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, hitting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Ready to go! Ready to go! On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He'll try to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Go at him, man.
Man, I love night games because you have all day to get excited, get jacked up, and you could tell the QB might have been a little too excited. Forcing the ball into coverage on the first pass attempt, creating the interception. Now this defense has set this offense up in a great position to get some early momentum.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rides the option. He keeps it. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Touchdown, Spartan! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
What a fantastic...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Now he can return this. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. inside. It's Brown.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
The give on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Nevada going quickly. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Wolfpack will have to bring the punt team onto the field and see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The San Jose State offense is back on the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And the Spartans come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bates. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. From the red zone, it's Bates. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. What a first quarter for this offense. A chance to score again on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Intercepted to stop the threat. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Tackled right at the 43-yard line, and this D didn't let him sniff that 1st down marker. Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field. Run inside. It's Clay. Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And, man, another nice run. And you can just see the balance. You can see the toughness. This guy's really good at what he does, and they're going to continue to feature him. He's already got 1 touchdown in the day. And I imagine he'll continue to be a focal point for this offense, and he better be for this defense.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. We've come to the end of the period, and San Jose State is on top. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll ride the hot hand. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific Spartans line it up with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. He's trying to get it in. Touchdown, San Jose State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And the extra point was good to finish things off. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances.
Nevada going quickly.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score.
There's some room. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Quickly out to the tight end. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. Running inside. It's Brown. Trying to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. Nevada comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. He had an explosive player right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Nevada will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. San Jose State has the ball and ready to go on the attack. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Clay. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And I really like the decision-making of the quarterback right there. And you're probably going, well, I know the running back. He's the one who made the catch and got the big gain, got the 1st down. But I like the way he saw the matchup, understanding I got speed over the middle of the field. I got the matchup I want. He runs the angle route, delivers the football, and they get the big play.
And the Spartans have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clay. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the 1st himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ivy. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football. But this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, 1st down.
Guys, let's talk for a moment about San Jose State. Recruiting starting to pick up a little bit for them, Jesse. I'm sure you saw they got a 3-star quarterback last week. And for a program like this, that can be a great building block.
That was a massive win for them. There were so many bigger programs.
Intercepted at first. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up inside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's down to 22.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Ready, go. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds a soft spot. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Snap it to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They'll run with Brown. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, can these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
A nice job on this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup, found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Spartans offense, ready to go to work. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. The run inside. It's Bates. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Escapes the pressure going right. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Zings it complete to the right. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And I think great offenses find a way to get their play.
There he goes. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Pulls it on the option. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. It's Bates. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Spartans with the 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Clay. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. It's good. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And this offense has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. They're already down 2 possessions. You know the pass has to come at some point, but they got to keep him clean. They can't get behind the sticks consistently. They've got to start to narrow this gap.
The Wolfpack put themselves in a hole here on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Ready, go! Off play action. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They get him for a safety. He tried with everything to scoop it up and get it out of the end zone, but they were there to stop him.
Well, it's a great job by the defense, forcing the fumble. They were hoping they'd jump on it for a touchdown. The offense got there first, but it's a safety and a great play defensively.
He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. San Jose State's offense takes over and heads onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and they got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
So now it's second and long.
Red 54! Red 54! Wide idiot!
Running inside. It's Bates. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The defense was trailing going into halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. And the Spartans decide to punt it away. Holds it in and looking upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Now it's Nevada out there to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together.
Could be an out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the
gaps and
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Wolfpack now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. They're dealing with a second and long. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
this is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. That's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Let it go. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's not going to get there. The defense was sure tackling to stop him a few yards short. Ball changes hands, and the offense finds themselves backed up inside their own 10. He'll pull it down and run. Finds a crease at the 20. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clay. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Trying to make magic with his feet. Turning it on. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good gain there. The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. On the run, it's Clay. On the move at the 30. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Wants to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. 6th play of the drive coming up.
Wide, Eddie! Wide, Eddie!
Wants to fire on second down. And he dropped it just. Put the thing all the way in.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asking to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Running the red zone. It's Clay. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. 1st and goal for the offense.
Blue 22.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. And Love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Tight end now in motion.
Flag 18. Flag.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to him back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch it in. And down
touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Nevada takes over as the offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive in.
Finding some room. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the stick for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Caught behind the line. It's Turner. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up the helm. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
Red 18. Red.
The run inside. It's Clay. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's 3rd and goal.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal, that's a win if you're on defense.
Wide 29. Wide 29.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. And here's the 3rd interception of the night.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the wide receiver. He'll keep it on 2nd down. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. The Wolfpack with a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Running inside. It's Turner. Takes it past the marker. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goal post to pick up a 1st down at the 23. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to Brown.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Let's see what they've got on second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's third. Wolfpack will get the first down.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Red 18, red 18.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. You saw guys playing with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
And it's a kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
We know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack for both of these guys that's been the big story so far.
And here comes the offense on second down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. The short